Okay, so it's Thursday and it's 8 p.m. A little bit after 8 p.m., but almost on time. And welcome. You have into Pia's Creative Corner. My name is Pia, and today is going to be all about diamond painting and maybe some cross stitch. I haven't decided completely yet. Um, I was gonna start by doing a presentation of my dragon, which I finished last week, but I decided I want to start by diamond paint and then I want to end the stream with the dragon. Um, just because, I did all the setup and all that. And I really want to get going with this one. Um, I haven't preset the camera for the work as I usually do, just because, yeah, life. So I am going to adjust it a bit, and then I'm gonna get going. So um, first, I wanted to tell you about the piece I'm working on, and this is a Oraloa picture. It was the one I started. When did I start it? At the beginning of the month or so, I think. I haven't even made a note about that, but hey, Bench, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. So this picture is by Oraloa, and it's called Oraloa Joseon, and it is a Korean girl. The artist is called Voyenet, and I guess it's a French artist. So I'm gonna move the music a bit. Hey Ula, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Um, just before I get going, I want to say that I'm still, as I have been for the past month or so, been struggling with my stream being a bit wonky. So just so you know that there might be some um, fallouts, or where it's kind of there's a bit on where it's kind of taking just a minute, a second or two to update and follow the stream, but I can't do anything about it. I think it's all to do with my computer, and unfortunately, it has a bit of a it's not something that's right under the nose of me and your computer, so we just have to live with how it is. So I'm running with as little as I can beside of the stream, so I don't have anything else on my computer running, and I have been trying to clean it and optimize it, and this is how good it is gonna be. I can't do better, unfortunately. So with all that aside, this picture is a 50 by 70. It is with round drills. I am using a mesh ruler for it, and the drills, quality of the drills is, I would say they are fairly good. They're not as good as they have been before with some of the Oraloas. So with some of the colors they're okay, and some of the colors are not too good. Um, but as I said before, I am also really spoiled when it comes to quality of the drills. Hello Gina, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. How are you all doing? How is the weather at your place? Today here at my place it's been really cold and gray and rainy. Almost wintry, I would say. So, and it has been for the whole week. It's been a lot of rain. They have been promising or forecasting some days with just half day rain or rain in the night. So hopefully the weekend is gonna be somewhat dry. We will see. So the picture here, I am halfway. It's sunny and it's 65. Oh, wish it was here. I really wish it was here. Yeah, I think Ulla, it's kind of the whole country. The whole Denmark is kind of hit by the same weather in more or less. So the thing with this picture is that it has been a bit more confetti than I actually originally had counted on. So I was kind of thinking that I would have been close to a finish today. For a lot of reasons, I'm not. But we will take it as it comes. It's like um, it's as usual. Things in my life is a bit chaotic, I would say. So not in a big way, but just still not settling completely. And that is one of the reasons why I'm not getting a computer in anytime soon. So let's see. I think I'm gonna leave it here. So I don't want to close in too much because I am working on the whole section. So just that you have a fair chance of watching the whole section. I think I'm just gonna leave it here. Um, so. So now I only. Oh. Hey, Catherine, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. How are you today? So last week I did the whole kit up process on the siblings, the Ann Stokes, and I'm for sure gonna work on that one. I have been thinking of starting that already in the weekend, Saturday. Um, what I'm still debating with myself is what I'm gonna do in here. Because I have, I have. Sometimes it's not. I'm doing good today. How are you? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. My Thursdays are kind of a busy day because of work, and so So in that sense, I'm always a bit, you know, already a bit behind, but in all my things, but I'm doing okay. It's I did get to relax a good, have a good nap and stuff like that before stream today. That was really nice. So, but I'm still debating whether I should do a picture in here in the stream with myself, or I should go with working on my cross stitch conversion a bit instead of. Just because it's like I'm starting, if I'm starting a new one, I will be starting in the middle of the month, and I'm not quite sure I will be able to finish a picture before month of May, and I want to work on the Chrysotica picture. Um, so and give that a whole lot of love and attention. So I might be doing some cross stitch conversion, or maybe just some cross stitch, to be honest. So Bench, did you decide if you were going to start cross stitch, or have you already ordered one? No, not yet. Okay. Well, I will say from my personal point of view that I I I think that it was a good decision for me anyway to start on a stamped cross stitch, just because it is a lot like diamond painting. Um, there is some things about that that might be a bit a challenge, I would say. On a ban now till next month. I just got two paintings today, and that was like £130. To be honest, I have all the painting I want on my wish list. Bitch. Okay, okay. Well, then you might just want to wait a bit. It's just the thought of the cross stitch that intrigues you, and that I really get. I mean, after working with the stamp cross stitch, I'm more entitled to, or have more courage to start on a canvas cross stitch, just because I feel like I know a little bit more what I'm, entering, and it's gonna be, if I do it, I'm probably gonna do like the whole picture, like And I like to cross this conversion with the whole picture, not just some hearts in the middle or something, you know. Um, but we will see. First, I have to finish the ones I have, and then I will see. It depends a lot on how everything is going for the next couple of months, I think. But I am happy I got them as they are my faves on my list. That is good, Bench. That's really good. And from my, I would say, from my point of view, um, the ones I got when it's not like it's fading the happiness I get when I then take them later and work on them. I still get this, oh, I want to work on this kid or this picture like this one because they have some kind of meaning. They are special to me. Um, so it's not like when I look at my stash or I take one of the pictures like, oh, that's one. Yeah, right. I'm gonna work on that because I kind of have to. Um, so I believe that from for me anyway, even though those they're maybe a year old or so in my stash, I will still have the same joy working on them next year or next year, you know. But I'm also happy that I kind of put a stop to it this year, just in the beginning anyway, just to and especially thinking of all the things going on in the real life at the moment. I think it's a good thing that I early on decided not to buy anything. But it is tempting, and they are restocking a lot of those on my wish list that I really would love to have that has been out of stock, but I don't have the money for it, so it's really simple. Um, Maybe in a couple of months, I'm gonna do a wish list go through and see what is still in stock and whether I want to buy a couple of pictures or if they are sold out again. I mean, I can't remember which one it was of my pictures in my stash that I think it was restocked a couple of times until I had the money for it. So it's not that much in a hurry. Um, and you know, by the way, congrats on being a runner up the competition. I will need some contact details for your prize. Yeah, for sure. Just give me a and thank you. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I got a runner. I got to be number two in Bench Bear's competition he had running for this month, last month. So that was really nice and a big surprise. Um, so yeah, just send me a message on Discord or Instagram for what you need, and you will get the information you need. No problem. So how you doing, Bench? It's so funny every time I now, um, for instance, last time I talked to my sister in Manchester, I was like, it's not like I compare, but it's like, oh yeah, I just kind of send you a thought bitch every time I talk to her because it's like on that side of the, the waters. So like, oh yeah, that's over that over there in that part of the world. But I was also thinking of doing, instead of doing the cross state conversion, maybe do a small. I have a small red spangler that is like, um, in the 50 by 50 area size. So, and it's really a cute one, and it's called Spring Showers. So I thought it would be really nice to do maybe over this next couple of months. It will hopefully be spring somewhat. So you will be getting an Atmos Says Diamond painting mega tray. Oh, and your pick of my own scented putty I'm making this week. Amazing, bitch. Wow. That is gonna be something special. I'm really looking forward to that. You will get my address and all that, so you can send it immediately. Oh, that sounds really nice. I'm getting showered with presents at the moment. Yeah, that's right. Lula says, and you say you never wins anything, but now it's your turn to be lucky. It is. It is. I'm always very surprised when I win anything. It's like, oh, really? No. A woodland walk is my current batch. Scents of pine and sandalwood with a hint of juniper berry. Ooh, that sounds interesting. That sounds something that really like a bear, a bear thing. Really. Oh, I look forward to get that one bench. So that's what you have been cooking. So that's what you've been cooking. Yeah, it's going to be scent inspired by nature. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Thinking of bear and the whole theme you've going on your overlay and all that, that makes so much sense, I think. Oh, and Ulla, you know what? My my boss got a dog from over at your part of of Denmark. So I was at the office yesterday, and he just came running in and put some groceries he had bought for a new employee was starting yesterday. So we're gonna have some breakfast and all that, and then he ran out, and I was like, okay. And I actually expected him to, you know, be back really soon, but it went really like half an hour or so, and then he came with a dog, and I was like, oh, are you taking care of your kid's dog? Because he has some grown-up kids that has moved out, and so it's like, no, it's mine. You got a dog? I was really surprised. And he said, yeah, because my kids apparently think I need a dog. I was like, what? Yeah, they think I need a dog. So one of them knew the previous owner. It's a 2 year old. It's a mix between Boston Terrier and now I can't remember the other one, but it's still a small one. Um, it's really cute. The only thing, because I said, "Oh, how old is it?" He said, "It's about 2 years." "So what's the name?" And he said he told the name. It's called Merle. And okay. And he said, but that's not important because she's deaf, so she can't hear anything, unfortunately. And she's born like that. But she's really cute and a lot of energy and really just a charming, happy-go-lucky dog. With all the things going on with the Boston Terrier energy. So yeah. Um, so we got an office dog, and she got her own basket, and he was like, oh, he had these thoughts before he went to work. Can I take the dog with me on the office today? Um, because of course, if there was gonna be anyone who didn't like dogs, he knew didn't like dogs, he would not take her. But he was like, oh no, he is coming, and the two other ones like dogs. I'm gonna bring her. So, and she has this small size, so it's like even our accountant, who is really afraid of big dogs, especially German Shepherds, are more like inclined to like her. So, so that's really good. She's so cute. Oh, by the way, that tray arrived, and to be honest, it's actually okay. Yeah, I told you, Bench. Just because I was unlucky and had a bad experience, I mean, it's so long ago, so they could really just have, take the criticism to them and done differently now, I hope, with their business. It's good to hear that there's some good people want to take dogs that has small problems. They can be really cute dogs. Yeah, I mean, she is a terrier, so it is like you ask her to do something because she knows a couple of hand signals. But so he did like this to her and said sit, and she looked at him and then she just walked away. So I said, well, yeah. My mother has popped out for tea. I will be back soon. It's okay, Bench. Thanks for stopping by. Take care of your mom. We will see you later if I'm still here. No problem. So she has this whole energy of happy-go-lucky, and I have my own way. Don't tell me what to do. So it's she's really cute, and after a while we have been playing, and she's been walking after me everywhere, and um, I was sitting and working on some things, and she just fell asleep between my legs and my feet, and there she was the most of the time. For the rest of the time I was there, so that was really nice. So apparently I have a calming effect on dogs. So yeah, and it was kind of, to me, um it was a bit, not funny, but it's a really positive experience, also to be like, to observe and see how does she really handle the surroundings. And I think she, in a lot of ways, she's not skittish or anything. So if because she can't hear you, so if she kind of get caught by surprise, she will just greet you with happiness. um, and as I said, she's not gonna be a guard dog. And one of the other, when she because I'm always really early when I'm going into the office. um so one of the other ones came, and she didn't hear her coming, and then suddenly she turned around and saw a new person, and she was all happy, and her small body was all wiggly waggly, because she does not have any tail, so she is, so it's the whole back part of her who's whacking. But she's a happy dog, and that, I think, is the most important thing, and I think it's important not to feel sorry for it. One of the other ones went, that's sad, and I said, no, because she's really happy. She does not care. She does not know it's gonna be a bad thing not to hear, because it's not a problem in her world, you know. She does not know what she's missing out, and she is like, well, and she still have a sixth sense about food. I was going out to get some breakfast, and she was actually kind of settling in, and for a dog that did not hear anything, she came out to the kitchen, like she was like, "Oh, you are in the fridge. Oh, you're taking bread." So I was like, "Yeah, you might not hear, but you certainly do sense whenever anyone is in the kitchen. That's for sure." So yeah. So she has really taken all of the women, um, in really just captivated all of our hearts. So, and I said to my boss, because he's a single, so I said to him, this is one of the best way to get a woman to talk with you, is with a dog. I just tell you, it is. And know that dog people are good people. He was like, yeah. You know what? My ex-wife was a dog person. Okay, never mind. There's always exceptions to the rules, you know. Whoops. So they had a Boston Terrier before, and he is really, it's his favorite breed. So, and then of course his daughter knew when she told about this dog. So yeah. And I was like, wow, I could see you go with my dog, no problem. So, but I guess it's gonna be something like when he goes travelers, anything, it's gonna be like his kids that's gonna take care of it, because it was their idea that he needed a dog. So it was never his idea, but on the other hand, like I said, I think it's actually a good thing for him to take care of a dog. Now his kids all grown up and moved out, and it kind of forces him to to have focus on other things than the work, and I think that's a good thing. Gives natural breaks. So when because we had there was a lot of people meeting in Wednesday yesterday, so I was sitting at his office working on some stuff before our meeting, and he had a phone call, and immediately he started speaking in the phone with one of our other managers. The dog was like on his knee. She wanted to get up and she wanted attention. And I said, well, after when he finished the call, I was like, that's how my dog is. Tessa Morningstar, welcome in. First time chatter. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Ula says, on work we sometimes have a dog with one eye and it's just so cute. It's a small dog. Aww. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, if you give the dogs a chance, even if they're blind, and just don't feel sorry for them because they don't feel sorry for themselves. And then just help them, guide them and try and maybe if it's a deaf dog, teach them some hand signal. If it's a blind dog, be clear with your language and all that. I'm okay. Sorry, it's been so long. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. Just happy you're stopping by. There's no time deadline for when when you have to stop by and say hi. Binge is just a bit AFK because his mom just popped in for coffee, um, so that's why he probably won't answer. Just so you know. And I mean, she actually has this new member of our staff has really advanced in that she's not bothered by people coming and going. When she sleeps because she can't hear anything anyway. So I know I just want anyone to think I'm ignoring them. Oh, oh, that's okay. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's okay. No worries. No worries. We're just happy to have you stopping by here and say hi to us. So that we appreciate a lot. And that's me and all my personalities. So the picture I'm working on is this one. And it's bought at Oraloa. And if you don't know, Oraloa is a French-Canadian company that do sell diamond paintings and cross-stitch, stamp cross-stitch, and puzzles, and I think some coloring books too. Good. What are you working on now, friend? So and that is really a for me buying from Oraloa is the best alternative to Diamond Art Club, um, because they sent the kit from France, and that means it's within EU, and I don't have to pay. It doesn't cost too much in shipping, and I don't have to pay extra in import tax or any of that. So that's really a big thing for me. Yeah, I know I've been tempted to buy from them. Well, I think they have, for me anyway. It's a bit um, different from release to release, whether they have something I like. But on the other hand, I really like that it's different than Dreamer Design and DACs are releasing. So I think it's a good alternative in a lot of reasons. I was bare for oh 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 I get it, I get it. I am now I'm with you. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry you were bullied. I hope you're okay. So that's why I was like, but your first time you're in here, because it tells me you're first time chatter, and you're talking to me like you know me, but of course you know me. Welcome in and welcome back. I didn't get I didn't get that. I'm sorry. Um, new and you know maybe I knew did know or maybe I didn't. I'm really not sure. Um, think of it. I think I did. It was just because it told me here that your first time chatter, and I was like, but it does sound a bit, you know, I know it some kind from somewhere. So I kind of just thought that I have seen you in another chat, you know, somewhere else. And I'm sorry, a lot of things have happened in my life, so I'm sorry if I kind of forgot about it. Thanks, I got over it. Hence the new name too. I don't care what people think now. Gina, that's sad you had to change your names. It's all good. Mr. Pia is doing okay. Um, he had a bit of a. We have had a bit of a rough couple of months. He lost his job and got expelled from it, so we didn't get. He didn't get paid any money, and my older stepson had a really serious car accident, and yeah, a lot of things happened. So we're kind of turning things around now. So, but we are getting there. We're getting there. One day at a time. Same here, no harm. Hey, what the hell? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Come back. Thank you. Okay. So we had a lot of things going on, and yeah, and it all happened in within a month. Month of March was really, it started in the end of February, and then due through the whole month of March. And my husband started a new job last week, um, and he's got another offer. So we are still in a kind of a transition, um, but it's okay. It's all good. Besides of the financial situations, we're all good. And my stepson did survive. But it was a very serious car accident, and it was more, due to some angel had his back that day. That's for sure. Tessa, I'm good. Thank you. Had to go to the dentist because a tooth broke off, and I need to have a temporary crown. And for a permanent crown, I have to pay a buttload. Yeah. Oh, teeth. Oh, I just got a mail from my dentist. Oh, it's time for your half 6 month check off. Like, yeah, that's not gonna be now. That would be to June, July, whenever. Not now. I hate going to the dentist. I really hate it. Oh yeah, and by the way, I just got diagnosed with diabetes 2 a couple of weeks ago. So that was also that. So yeah, that was also that. But other than that, I'm fine. I'm fine. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I have decided that I have been through so many things in my life. I think I'm missing out on something here. I've been through so many things in my life, so this is not gonna get me. This is just a you know temporary bump on the road, and we're just gonna keep on moving, and eventually things will turn around for me too. I still have a really good job, and I have an understanding boss, and in that sense. So, but I was at one point, and I did actually think of, just taking a break from the whole streaming and all that, just because it got a bit too much. And I had to cancel some of my streamings because I was really, some of the days the battle was too much, and my body was like, not today, honey. So, and but on the other hand, I really love getting in here and talk with you guys, and just, think of something else, or think of it in another, talk about it without talking about it. That's how strange it might seem. It is actually kind of liberating sometimes. So, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna go and get my feet done, and they really need to get fixed. Not fixed, but get nails done on the feet and all that. That is really overdue, and I'm gonna go and do a bit of shopping for my dog, I think, and he had some. He gets something with his ears every time it gets wet, and it's a lot of wet at the moment. And I ran out yesterday. I know today, and so I need to go to the vet and buy these drops. It's something I can get without a prescription, so it's all good. And she said that I could just stop by and get more if it worked. It's a non-invasive product, so I can. I'm not I'm not supposed to give it. You're not allowed to give it like permanent all the time, but every now and then. And it's really just something I give half They're like, in these small containers. So I gave half a container in each year, as much as I can, because he's really not. Yeah, it's like I'm hitting him. I'm really abusing my dog when I do these things. So, but I think today I did it, and because he's been shaking his head like there's something annoying his ears, so I knew it was time. And when I did it, I get the most, like you're hitting me, you're killing me eyes, and when it's all done, he's just happy. Oh yeah, okay, it's actually quite nice. You did that for me. I'm like, yeah. Don't look at me like I'm killing you, because I'm not. I'm actually doing this to make you feel better. Yeah. For my birthday, I got my hair cut and my toes and nails. Oh, that is so nice. These are some of the things that I'm really missing out to getting my hair done and my fingernails done. So those are the things I'm going. As soon as we are getting, back to normal financial, I'm absolutely gonna make room for that. Even if that means that I'm not gonna buy a diamond painting or some crafting, I will have to hold for that. That's for sure. Because I have. It's not like I don't have anything I can do. So, and I decided that people that get in here, in here, is here because of me, as much as they're also here, I guess, because of what I do. But I'm allowing myself to have that like confident in that they are here mostly because of me. Oh yeah, I'm so mean to my dog, Tessa. It's amazing. I'm so mean. Ula, it's good to hear you're taking good care of Superstar. I am. He's just not agreeing with me taking care of him. In his opinion, taking care of him should be like giving him cuddles all day and treats and play and not be mean by brushing him or things like that. And it's so strange because my old dog, he was really just falling asleep when I did grooming him. Yeah, but this one he's like, it's like I'm really like abusing my dog whenever I do the grooming thing. So yeah. On the other hand, he almost killed his mom. Because he did, I don't know what he did. Because my dog is like, he, when you throw something and he's gonna fetch it, and he does not care whatever he has to go through, jump over, or whatever, he will go and get it. And he will be like, not caring. So actually, the same day as my husband got fired, he came home from walking a dog, and he said, "Oh, I think he did a wrong step or something. I think he might have sprained something, something. It does not look like it's broken. He's not whining or anything, and he walks on it. But he just give it's like he does not like to support it." And I was like, okay, we will have to look. So, and there's one thing I'm really not good at. And I hear when my dog is screaming. Like, it's not just whining a bit, he was screaming. And I was like, oh, Jesus. And because he was like jumping into the couch where we usually are, and he was falling asleep. I could see on him that he was not feeling good, but and then in his sleep he was gonna turn around, and then he woke up because it apparently it was hurting, and he is a whining. He's very he's very sensitive. Let's just say that. So I had a whole weekend sleeping on the couch with the dog because he couldn't get into the bed, and he was the whole night of Friday and Saturday. He was awake. I was awake. Because every time he was turning, he was whining, and I was waking every time. Oh no! So yeah, it was a circus. So I was like Sunday. I was like, if he's not doing better, we're going to the vet on Monday, because he was not dying. He was just hurting, and I was like, he's not gonna hurt more than he has to. But I also know that like when you do have you know, if you do a wrong move with your leg or your something, the muscle can get really hurting. So um, so the night, it was a better night, the night between Sunday and Monday, but it was not really. It was not like really good. But it was better. It was really better. So in the morning, early morning Monday, and my husband was home at that point. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a couple of more hours sleep, and let's see how he is doing. And if he's still really tender and hurting, we're going to the vet. So after I got some hours for myself in the bed in and he was with, and they were out with, he was walking the dog, and there was nothing when they were just walking. The dog was very confused why they were not going to play or train on anything, only walking. So and not very pleased about it either. um, and my husband said there was nothing this morning. He didn't say anything, and we were still just walking, but he looked better in how he was walking. Um, so for the first time, he in those past couple of days, it has been there has been these things. I could sense he was not hurting in that sense anymore. Um, he was relaxed. He was sleeping a lot more, and I was like, okay, we're gonna give him one more day. And by the day Tuesday, it was all gone. He was back to normal. He was his own self. But he gave him a whole week where he was no playing, no running after anything, a little bit of training, just of course he could run off leash at the areas we have, so he would be doing that. But and usually he's such an habit animal, so he didn't get why. But so he was really keen to when we finally got to that point where we would allow that to happen. So and there hasn't been anything since. So I think it was just he did a wrong move or something, and sprain and muscle or something. So yeah. But I'm not good at it when my dogs are hurting. I'm really not good at it. And I have a good feeling of when they are, and having two dogs have these way of being when they are hurting. I know how they are, and they have a special way of being. Even if they are not, being as loud as the one I have now are, they still have, they're not as relaxed, and you can see when they are laying down that it's more stiff and more like guarded and stuff like that. So yeah, that was also going on. So I was really I had a March month. I hope the next couple of months is gonna be a lot better and a lot more easy. A lot more easy. So they are my babies. They are my babies, Tessa. They are for sure. I mean, I don't have any kids. And it's a partly by choice and a partly by life, I think. I'm finally in an age where people don't ask me anymore why. They can still ask me if I have any kids if they don't know me, but they don't ask me why anymore or when. Um, but that's been a question since I've been 20, like when I was moving in with my first boyfriend. I mean, as when we met new people, they were like, "Oh, I hope it gets better for you." Yeah, me too, Tessa. Me too. It can only go forward from now. Let's say that. Knock on wood. So yeah, well, a lot of things we're hoping just will settle down now. Um, but yeah, so I think the whole of my life, to be honest, I've been asked, well, do you have any kids? And if I say no, when I say no, people say, don't you want any? I'm like, no. And if you say you don't want any, people look at you sideways. So they will look at you in a special way, be like, "You strange," but 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 I don't feel like getting any kids. Um, so and when time came for me that I really wanted to have it, it was like I was not with the right man. That was how it felt. So I didn't wanna I didn't wanna put a kid to the world that I knew I was not probably not gonna be with him for the rest of my life. Yes, positive thoughts. Yeah, I mean the 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 strength or the power behind thoughts are really powerful. So um, so yeah, absolutely positive thoughts. Um, so when time came and it was like a thing I wanted, it was not an option. Um, we did try, me and my husband, but at that point he was not able to have kids anymore. Yes, I was never really asked that because of my hips. People automatically figured I couldn't have them. Yeah, in that sense, you were safe. I mean, it gets a bit annoying at the end of the day. I will say it's like people are really not considering that it might be that I was not able to get any, and it really bothered me. No one ever asked me, or said, "Oh, um, like in a polite voice, or was like, are you okay?" Or it's not my business, but do you want any? It was just like a straightforward question, but don't you want any? And I was kind of caught by surprise every time. So I thought when I got in my 30s, like, then it would end. Then people would be like, not asking me anymore because I was like past that age. But it was like it followed me because then women got older and older, getting first time moms. So it actually lasted up till mid 40s until they kind of stopped. I was like, oh, okay. And then because I do look a bit younger than I am, so I was actually asked here late 40s, and I was like, well, that's past then, and the I would say the woman that asked me was really nice about it and was really like, no, but you still have a chance. I'm like, no, no, I'm in my I started my menopause, so no, like no. Oh, but you're still so young. No. And she said, and I looked at her and said, how old do you actually think I am? I think I was mid 40s. And she said, well, I guess you're mid 30s or something, or maybe late 30s. I was like, I'm mid 40s. I was like, oh, shoot. Okay. Ula says she can only agree with me. She had it like that in her younger years. don't you want kids anytime soon? Yeah. And I know it was because I actually then when time came and I actually did want kids, it hurt me even more. People ask me, it's like, yeah, I actually do want kids, but I can't get them now. And people are like, well, you can always get help. And I was like, no, because I want my kids. I don't me and my husband's kids, not me and a strange man's kids. And because then I could get kids with anyone, and I wanted to be our kid in that sense, in the whole DNA and gene thing. And I think, yeah, someone might think that it's a bit selfish thinking that, but on the other hand, I was like, the other thing I was really scared of, that scared me a lot, was I have been witnessing two of my best friends going through the whole hormone hell, trying to get pregnant, and I was like, I'm not going through that. I'm not putting my relationship on that test. I'm not for a kid. I'm sorry, it might seem really harsh or selfish saying that, but at that point, I was like, I'm not doing that. It's not that important to me. I totally understand. Yeah. Um, and looking back, I think it was a good decision with all that has happened with my body. I mean, imagine I got pregnant and I had a small newborn and I suddenly should got through, you know, three operations in my back and all that I've been through. On top of that, with all the drama we had going on with his ex-wife, I mean, imagine. So I think it was a good thing I didn't do. We didn't get it, and I'm like in. I'm sometimes I look at it in the grand scheme and like be like, okay, it was not meant to be. But it did. It was a hard time going through that, and it can still be sometimes. Like when not so much with the. I will say when I do get hit by a bit emotional, but a bit about it. It's more like the whole pregnancy, uh, 9 month waiting, all that emotion. It's not like it's not giving birth. It's not like the whole baby kids afterwards, because actually got a lot of that. I mean, the youngest of my stepkids, he was two when I went 2.5, 2 or 3. So he was really small. So I got a lot of that in that I don't miss. That I really don't miss. So yeah. So yeah, my dogs are my babies, and I do they are spoiled, but in a way where I buy dog beds for them, like having they have like dog beds for every room that I am in or we are in, and you know treats and all that. And in that sense, they're spoiled. Um, I'm still. I will say I have softened a lot in how I in what I allow my dog to. The things that the dog I have now gets to do that none of my other dogs have ever been allowed to. But I think it's a lot to do with the breed, because the flat coated retrievers are so soft in their mind and the expression. So I mean, he got me. He got me so bad sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, with my nephew being 4, I love spending time with him and spoiling him, then giving him back to mommy. Yep, that is a perfect, that's perfect deal. You're tired, kid? Go to your mom. I'm tired too. Go home. Oh yeah. No, and I think that's why when you get grandkids and get grandparents are like it. They say it's a whole different vibe when they get grandkids, and they are a completely different way with the grandkids than they ever were with their kids because it's a whole other thing. You can do things for them. You have time in another way. You don't have to. It's not your responsibility. You can spoil them rotten, or you can say no as you want because they are in your house. So you decide. You don't have to, explain yourself or anything for anyone at that point. If they have a problem, they can take their kid and go home. Um, Not that, but you know what I'm meaning. Um, and I mean, I've always been like, well, as when the kids are with their grandparents, I have no saying in what they do when I'm gone. You know, so whatever they do when I'm not there, I don't care. They can do as they please. If they want to stay or let the kids stay up late, let them. If they stay overnight, they are the one that gonna handle them early in the morning next day, with tired kids at the breakfast table, not me. So 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 I'm like, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, exactly. So my intention is that I'm gonna do the section here tonight, and if I'm done with that before streaming, so to speak, in good time before, I'm gonna do cross stitch for the rest of the stream, and otherwise I'm just gonna show the dragon from last week, and that's probably gonna be it. If it's gonna take all 4 hours to get to there, I don't think so because a lot of the I have here on the last part are like it has taken 45 minutes. This I have one, two, one. I have three more of these lines, so it should be doable. But let's see. We will see. So, but I'm still out riding every Saturday, and that really helps a lot with all the chaos going on. And I have a really good um, development on my writing, and I'm experiencing some new things every time in the good way. So that's really nice, and my intention is that I want to take some pictures, and I forget every time. I really want to show you the horse, but at the moment he looks really scruffy because he is like shedding his winter coat. And when he gets out of that, the summer coat he has is the most gorgeous one. So I think I'm gonna wait until he's done, and when it's a summer sunny day, that take some good pictures of him because he is a beautiful horse. Really, really beautiful. Yeah, sure, Ula. We will see. If we don't get around the angel cards today, we're for sure gonna do them tomorrow. Okay. He is. He is. um. Yes, he's really beautiful, and I mean, in my opinion, a lot of horses are beautiful, and a lot of them out there where I'm riding are really beautiful. This one just has, it's like the color in his coat when it's summer and the sun is shining just between red and orange. It's almost like flames. It's look yeah. It looks really amazing. And he has a really really beautiful hair and stuff. So yeah, it's okay. Okay, so cool. I guess I mean unless you're not counting on being here tomorrow, Ula. Because if you're not getting coming tomorrow, I will do them today. But if you're coming tomorrow, it will be like more like let's see how it goes. um, because the next part, the next section is smaller, so I think it's gonna be faster working on that, you know, than this one. Of course, I'm coming tomorrow. I can't be without you and your grin. Okay. Thank you. I think. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I've heard that before. My laughter. My sis once said it's many many years ago. We were very young, both she and I. But it was when she moved in her first house, and she had like the first party there, and she said, "Oh, Pia's here." And we hadn't laid eye on each other. She just heard me. I was just meeting someone, coming through the house, and she heard me. It's like, "Oh, Pia's here." So yeah. It's a very it's a thing I do very easy. Laugh. And I do laugh more than I cry. And that is sometimes good and sometimes not so good. I will say. Um, Having a good cry can release so many things inside, you know, things you have been like stockpiling just needs a good cry sometimes. And that I can't do. We were watching a on my good friend Verondo, his stream. Every time he streams, we see or he shows three animated short movies or clips, and one of them was really, it was touching, but it was also sad, and but it was really well made, and it had a really important message. I think it was one of the last survivors of the Hiroshima and the Nagasaki bombing um, after during the World War Two, and it was her own voice. The one who spoke on the movie was the person that was one of the last. I think there are only a handful or so, maybe even less. A lot of those who did survive did get radiation sickness and died of cancer and stuff like that. So it's a bit rare that anyone is that old. But it was kind of a looking back on her. I think I would say her relationship with her dad, and the whole thing about how things look different when you're looking back at them, and you have the grown ups understanding about a lot of things, and how, you know, how even the most stoic and quiet person can show kindness and understanding and caring um, whenever it's needed. And I think that was a very important and strong message in that. And also just that to remind the generations now that this is not something we need to repeat. We don't need to repeat World War Two. We don't need to repeat all the hate and all that. And we don't need to repeat the suffering and the sacrifice of so many innocent people that had a life that was not a part of any conflict, that just lived a normal everyday life, taking care of their job, and just being. Um, and that is kind of, um, in my opinion, that is one of the problems with the whole, when you look at the enemy picture of the terrorism or the Al Qaeda or freedom fighters or whatever, is that they get so much showtime in the media that it's the picture you're hating, but in that you will get to hate a lot of other people too, because they don't show the whole the whole family that's behind them, the brothers, sisters, kids, everyone, cousins, mom and dads, neighbors, and it's not like a whole nation that went into war with America after 9/11. It was a small group of people um, compared to a lot of the everyday person that was living around, and that are living today in everyday fear for their life, because if you're not with them, you're against them, and who are them? So in that sense, I think it's really important to be very, very attentive about not repeating our pasts with the whole war thing. Uh, but of course, sometimes, like when when Russia do Russia and North Korea do North Korea and Middle East, you know, and we are just living in like a duck pond here in Denmark, and be like, well, nothing bad ever happens here, but it's not a question of if it's gonna happen. It's just a question of when, unfortunately. So and it's something that it's like it's not. It's a balance between not being scared for your life, but being sensible about it, and you're not, don't take any unnecessary risk or anything. And then again, don't let yourself restrict. And I think for me, um, with the world as it is now, I'm not too keen on my kids going out to see the big world. It's like I don't want them to go out there and I have to worry every minute whether they come home or not. On the other hand, I have no guarantee that it's gonna be a better day tomorrow. In that sense that if I get that to control my life, that kind of fear, um, I might as well just go here, go and just lock myself in and not go anywhere because it's like stop living and just sit and die somewhere because you can't let that control your life. I do think that I I do think unfortunately and sadly, a lot of I see a lot of um, troubled people today, more today, emotional troubled people, um, and not just in the really serial killer category, but just general troubled people that don't know how to regulate their own feelings, so they will eventually do bad decisions because they think that this is how it's supposed to be. Um, so yeah, okay. So I saw this movie, and what it did to me, that was the whole. Now I'm getting to what it did to me. To me, it did. I did get touched by it, but I don't. And this is just something I can't. I can't cry over a thing like that. I just don't have it in me, unfortunately. And I mean, if my sister had been seeing that, she would be crying her eyes out. But if it's something with a dog being hurt or killed, I can cry my eyes out. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's just me. Um, but no, I think it's important. I think it's important. Like when we hear about when they did make Anne Frank's diary into a movie, I think it was important that we kind of have a way to tell the next generations we did this. That was a bad decision. Don't do that. Don't repeat that. Do better. Do different. And I hope that our next generations can do different and be better at consider and take care of and you know have empathy. And we have a generation, unfortunately, of young adults at the moment that knows, and this is just generally speaking because there's always exceptions and there's always difference, but just generally speaking, we have a generation that has learned little about um, life going against you. They know little about what it means to fight for what you want because they are used to getting the help all the time with everything. Not like if you need help, of course you get help, but like drive them to everything. Um, you hear stories about adults going to job interviews with their kids. It's like, don't do that. Everyone has different emotional triggers. That's true. That's true. That's true. So, and when I'm listening to a book of a Danish writer who has been a former elite, professional elite soldier, and in one of our elite corpses in Denmark. And he has written a book called "Think as a Warrior," and it's a part, you know, it's about history about himself, but it's also where he kind of, put some questions into the world and be like, have you thought of this? And this might be why you are failing, or this might be why you don't ever achieve your goals. And one of the things I actually did notice was he told that he got to work as a instructor for the elite corps, and it was his duty to tell people that they were not, they couldn't move on with whatever, and they needed to stop their training or their course, or the classes there, and a lot of, and then they would have like a debrief afterwards, and a lot of them, he said, was like justifying the 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 uh, the fact that they were kind of thrown out of that class, by that it was because of the instructor, it was because of the class how it was, or they really never wanted to be an elite soldier, or and he says that kind of justifying always pondered him. It makes him wonder, why did you at all go into this if you kind of knew in the beginning that you didn't want to? If this was not what you want, why did you at all start up? And I have a different version of it, because what I experienced when I went to compete in obedience with my dog, was that the better you were, the higher you ranked, the more excuses you had for why you didn't succeed that day. It was never the handler's fault. It was always the dog, the weather, the judge, the area, the whatever, the equipment, the what, it was everything else but the handler. And one of my dog friends said, yeah, the better they are, the more excuses they have for when it goes wrong. The other one of us that are really in the low rank are just like having fun. We always know it's our own fault. We don't make excuses on behalf of everyone. We know it's our own fault. But I think that this one about taking it on your own shoulders and say, okay, this was me failing. It's not something you learn. I think a lot, and this was what the author of this book also. This was also his theory, that a lot of kids learn not to self-reflect over their own actions. They learn by watching how their adults are doing, and their adults, the parents or the teachers, are always pointing at everyone else than themselves in explaining if anything goes wrong. It's the judge's fault. It's because we lost the football match because of the judges, or because of the bad equipment, or it was never a matter of because we were not there on point or anything, you know. So, and I think he has a point there, that a lot of parents are not aware enough of that their kids will copy them also like no what like I say, if your kids will do as you do, not as you say. So if you say don't go over the road if the light is turned red and you do it, they will do it. They will not listen to what you say, but they will do as you do. And then they will do it on themselves next time. But they won't be able to look at the traffic right. So that is like where it goes wrong, you know. So I think that's probably one of the where it goes wrong in a lot of families is that the parents has a behavior that the kids learn, also that the parents has a behavior that they are not aware of, and that actually their kids are mirroring. Monkey see, monkey do. Exactly. Exactly. Ulla says to school I went. Uh, oh, so the school she used to work on, if you did say something this to the kids, um, that they didn't want, they would call mom and dad, and then mom and dad would call the the head of the school, and then you will answer for that, for what you said to him. So no one was gonna hurt their small prince or princesses, even if they were on the wrong. Yeah, and that is so strange to me. I mean, no, I know this is going on. That's not uncommon and not unheard. But I mean, why is it not allowed anyone to correct your kid? If your kid are not doing right, okay, then and they are hurting another kid or anything or not, just ask your ask be asked to clean up after themselves. Why ever should you have to stand for or answer for that? I mean, it should be a non-brainer. But that's where it's like, and I mean, why didn't the parents? Because one thing is that the kids are like um, telling their parents, But why didn't the parents then go to you and say, hey, what happened? My kid said this and this, but I was just thinking maybe he and she got it wrong. So could you tell me what happened? And then you would have a grown up. Yeah, it is messed up. Then you would have a grown up conversation about it. But that way, it's like, yeah. And kids know this. They will exploit every minute of every angle of it. So, I mean, that's why we have teachers leaving the school crying, or having to stop teaching because they get traumatized by it, because the kids just get an enormous amount of power, and that um, they are not like emotionally or mentally um, let you say that developed or capable of handling. So they will do as kids do. They will exploit every angle of it, and they might feel bad if you say, well, you ruined that person's life. But if you're not teaching them how to do, then they don't know. They don't know it's wrong. They will be like, but all the other kids do. Yeah, but that's not the same as you should. That's what we have tried to teach our kids up here, is that just because all the others do is not the same as you should. If you have been told no, then listen to the no, and behave. But I mean, and then we have their mom who is like, oh, but my kids could never do anything wrong. It must be the teacher. So, so in that sense, I know what you mean, Una. I know what you mean. And it's not like I don't want to go back to uh, teachers being able to hit the kids. No, not that way. But there should be a way that you can put like the kids in place. Whether that should be like, if you're not stopping doing that, you will get you will have to clean the classroom after everyone leaves every day for a week or whatever. But you're not allowed to do things like that because then you're punishing them. Yeah. And I would say it would be a small punishment compared to what the real life would do to them when they do wrong. So one time, a long, long ago, the one of our kids stole a knife in the kindergarten, I think it was. Um, or it was in the daycare. I know it was in the daycare. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, well, listen, it's so much easier to work with with the dogs. They will forgive you when they did something wrong. Yeah. They if you do something wrong to them, they will forgive you eventually. Yeah, they will. But I think it was in the daycare where our oldest, he took a knife, and then we found the knife in his bag because he was not wise enough. One thing is took the knife, but he took the knife with him home, and um, so my husband found the knife in the bag because we had a routine here that we were emptying the bags to be sure that no old milk or anything, or old fruit or anything was in the bag. So it was a fresh bag every day. So in that sense, and he knew that, but he forgot all about it. So this knife apparently appeared, and my husband kind of, I don't know if he knew where it came from, but he had a good feeling about it. He kind of knew. Well, so he said, what about this knife? And the kid was like, yeah. He came up with a story about how it ended up in the bag anyway. And my husband said, well, yeah, what you do is tomorrow morning we're going down, and you're going in to the staff, of the people working down there, and helping them and all that, um, and telling them that you accidentally took a knife with you that was not yours home, and you're so sorry about it, and deliver the knife back. And when the morning came, and they came down, and he was like, Dad, can't you do it? And my husband was like, nope, you do it. You took the knife, you do the apology. So he did, and he had like the whole week. He had a person, a grown up, running behind him. If he was gonna do something with any kind of tools or anything, it was always gonna be with some grown up very close next to him. Usually he would be allowed to work by himself because he was quite capable. Always been good at working with his hands and doing things like that. So he was actually used to have a lot of freedom when it came to that. So suddenly having a grown up running just beside him and be following him everywhere was punishment enough. So he never did again. He never did again. Um, and I really like the way they handle it. And they said, well, we're happy that you showed us and told us, but this is how it's going to be for the rest of this week. And well, he did do something wrong, so he had to take the punishment. But his mom didn't like it. But it was in the week where they were here, so it was all good and dandy. He didn't get any chance to wiggle his way out of that one. A lot of other things he got, but not that one. Dogs don't talk back. No, they don't. Oh, and then again, they have a very silent language. Um, Me and my dog is sharing our couch. So if whenever I go to do diamond painting, he will move from one end of the couch to my end of the couch, and he will lay there because that is all, you know let's put a lot of pillows and blankets, and it's all cozy and like a small cave or den, like my husband says, like your own small den you have built yourself there. Yeah, it is. I like it here. So, and my dog liked it. So tonight before stream, we had dinner, and I was sitting in that corner after dinner, and we had a talk, and I had taken my sweater off, and my dog. Then I had to get ready for the stream, and I was kind of chilly. And like, oh, I forgot my sweater. So my dog entered the corner because now I left it, and then the look I got when I tried to yank that sweater out beneath him because he was lying on my sweater, I was like, yeah, I need that sweater. And just going over there and like make the motion to take my sweater, he just looked at me like, what the hell are you think you're doing? And I was like, I'm gonna need that sweater. And I just yanked it out. And he didn't say anything. He just gave me a very silent look like, what? You? And if he had been able to swear, he would. I'm like, yeah. Go and sleep. And he looked so cross with me. Like, I dare take my sweater because he was actually using it. Like he was lying on it. So he was using it. Yeah, that's my dog. Oh man. And my husband, he almost peed his pants because he laughed so hard. He was like, oh my god, that dog. Yeah, that's my dog. He's like, that's my sweater, mom. Yeah, you left it, mine now. Also, like when in the evening, when if I'm staying in the couch, I'm not going to diamond paint. Maybe because my bag is more to sit in the couch and do cross stitch. He will be like, he will be moving around. He will be getting up, laying down, sit, go down, go up until I get my moves. And sometimes I don't because I'm just like, I can't today. So, but if I should in that whole, oh, sorry, in that whole thing moving around, if I should, have to go to the bathroom, he will be like lightning. He will be moving in on the couch and he will just be like sleeping. He's not sleeping, but he will pretend sleeping. He will be lying on the side and like just be pressed down in all the blankets and the pillows and be like almost like doing snoring sound when I come back from the bathroom. And if I say go down, I need I need to sit, he'll be like, but I was here. You left. Now I'm here. You have to find another place to stay. So yeah. So you don't need necessarily husky to have a dog that talks back at you. Mine can do it with just the way he looks at me. Yeah. And he has a sixth sense about whenever I'm like, I think just in general, whenever he's like left out or someone is like, if me and my husband is like talking, not if we're sitting in the couch talking, but if we talk, um, like I was in my room here and getting ready for the stream, and my husband came in and we were just talking about, yeah, this and that and all that and nothing, and suddenly the dog appears out of nowhere, and I mean, it's not like he came with my husband. He came in the middle of it, and then he just went in between the two of us. And it's not like he's not growling or anything. He's just like pushing a bit, and then he will do a bit of booping on my hand, like, hey, hey, I'm here. And I'm so stupid, I would just let my hand fall down and, touch him a bit and then be like, yeah, go lay down. But I would still like give in to his attention seeking behavior. So yeah, he is spoiled. He is spoiled. He is spoiled. And as I say, in that sense, he's very spoiled by now. He's very spoiled. But the funny thing is, as spoiled he is with the attention, the times we have been having another dog here, we've been taken care of by the owners were away. It's not like if you were cuddling her or anything, he wouldn't come and interrupt. He wouldn't do anything particular in that sense. Um, that was kind of okay. So I don't know. Maybe it's like a male thing because the other one was like a female dog. So that was like, oh yeah, it's a female thing. I'm not gonna interrupt. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, as long as it is on this point, as long as it's not where he's creating like he's not growling, he's not making noises, he's not being. If I push him away and says he's gonna lay down, he will stay away. He will look like he's beat, but like I beat him with a baseball bat or something, but he will go and lay down and look very hurt and very annoyed and very alone. But he will go and lay down. So as long as he still obey what I say, I will allow that kind of behavior. But so of course I do pay attention to that. It's not gonna be taking over too much, not too much. But it's hard. I mean, it's like I have this thing with animals. So when they look at me in a certain way, I'm like, oh, that poor thing. Okay. I remember the old horse, the horse I was riding before the one I'm riding now. Him and the one I was riding when I started out there. Those two were like a pair. They were best buddies. And usually it would be like I would take the black one, and my riding instructor would take the brown one. It was a quarterback, the brown one. It was like her horse, and we would go riding. So if it happened, and it did sometimes happen, she would be like, "No, I'm not gonna take." His name was Tony. I'm not gonna take Tony because he's been working a lot today. So it's not like he can't, but I really don't want him to be, But he would just give us those saddest eyes if he was not allowed to go with us. So I was like, you have to take him. I can't look at that. I can't look at a horse looking so sad when we're like taking another horse and go have fun. I can't. And she just laughed at me. Okay, I guess I'm gonna take him because it was not like he didn't have to go with us the whole class. He could just be with us for the first 15 minutes or so, and she would go and put him on the pasta, and he would be happy go lucky. But just the fact that we were going out on the track without him would be like, you know, almost the worst thing you could do against that poor horse. So, so in that sense, I'm like, okay, we're just gonna, we're gonna take him with us. And it was not, it didn't, it was not a big deal because she was riding bareback on him. So whether she should, take the with or without horse was like, no. And she loved to take him. And we always had the best class. I always had the best classes when she took him because he could like, he did push a bit on the one I was riding on, so I did get a bit more speed on, and yeah, so they were a good pair, those two. And the one I'm riding on now, which is kind of um, it's not per se my horse, but it is in a way because it's the only one I'm riding on at the moment. So, and I do have something. I have something going on with that horse, and I do get allowed to do a bit more things on that one than other people get to do on it. So as I say, it is my horse when I'm out there. Then it's my horse. Um, And then for the rest of the week, it's her horse. I will allow her to ride on. No. So yeah, I wish it was my horse though. I wish it was. I would really love to, have kind of have days where I could go out and ride just to be in that zone that riding also give me, where like you just zone out, like when you sit and work on your diamond painting or your cross stitch or whatever, and you everything else disappears and you're only focused on what you're doing. That is the same way I get with the horse, and you get like one with the horse, and it's an amazing thing. I think anyway it is. To me it is. So I'm really excited. I get to try Binge Bear's scented party. That's gonna be something new. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it on stream, but I'm gonna work with it a bit off stream first, just to get a feel for how to work with it. So, and then I get a new tray. I get a lot of trays lately. It's okay. I love it. I love it. It's a good way to just to have um, when things are like that chaotic as they have been in the past month. This is like getting presents like that is just, even though it's something I've worked for, like it's a competition, but it's still a present for me because it's something I haven't paid for and I didn't count on. So it's so nice, and it gives just a bit of self care boost in a way, I think. Welcome back. So, are you doing working on anything at the moment, Tessa? Diamond paint, cross stitch, coloring. Ooh, you're getting pretty far. Yeah, it's actually going okay. I think the pace. I don't know. Sometimes I kind of figure I will be faster, and then it goes really slow, and the other way around. So, but it's going good pace. Yeah, it does really help a lot that I have some pieces that I like where I can use the multiplacer a lot. So, um, but I did thought there would be. I had expected to be a bit more color blocking. So I didn't count on that. There would be that many shade shifts in between to make the dark hair, for instance. I thought it would be more like just black and black, but this also looks nice. Um, and that I think it's because if you look at the picture of her hair, I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually brown. It's more brown than black, the hair, and it has like some lighting and shade in it, and that's what they are replicating. So that means if you want to replicate that in diamond painting, you will need to put shades in between. I have a couple cross stitch whip and a diamond painting whip. Okay, it does look nice. Thank you. Yeah, and this is a bit special, this one for me, because it is a Korean girl and she is dressed in the national um, dress from South Korea. And so this has some special meaning to me anyway. I have one myself that I had made when was going to get married with my husband, my current husband. So I got I ordered a custom made um, dress online, made out in, it's made in Korea, but by Chinese tailors. And then I had a Danish tailor afterwards to help me alter it a bit, because I'm not a typical, my body type is not typical Asian, I think, in a way. So we did a bit of adjustment, but it ended up really nice, and I love the finish result. If we ever, and we are going to travel to Korea, I'm for sure gonna have one more made out there. Um, I think it's one of the travels that's gonna be like, I'm gonna do this no matter what it's gonna cost me. Not like money wise, but body wise and pain and all that, because it's a long trip. It will take at least between 10 and 14 hours depending on the route and the weather, so it's gonna be a long one, a long travel, but it's gonna be worth it. The book I was reading was also having an interesting perspective of elite sports people, um, because a lot of them has like they train a lot and they get to be in the top and maybe on the national team, but then they kind of get to a status quo in their development, in their whatever they train. And what he says was that they are used to train a lot more than others, because and they are that much better at what they do. But suddenly when they get to the national team level, they are with the best of the best, and everyone is training a lot. So they will only the only ones that actually do a development in that and that point is the ones that do train when everyone else has gone to bed. So as he says, no one is getting good sleeping. You know, nothing. No one is gonna get a really good player will never be good because he has been playing one time every once a week or something. It's every day, a lot of the hours of the day. Um, but then he also told about a experiments they have been doing where they were gonna they wanted to see how much it meant if the visualization in the training, how much they could move the training or be better if they learn how to visualize different aspects of the training that they would usually do like in practical actual training. And that was kind of interesting because it actually showed that they can move a lot. I think it was up to what 30%, 28, 30% or so. They would of the group would do better than before, and better than the other groups that hadn't done or had done somewhat. So, and I think he also told that what he did when he was parachuting was he had about around 1,500 jumps, and he had never tried to pull his reserve, uh, but he had visualized what to do if he should ever, how he would, the whole scenery, how he would, like realizing something's wrong, how to troubleshoot in the beginning, and then what to do, how to release the extra one, and he says so he has no doubt that if it should ever be, that he would just do as he has visualized in his training. So it's like it's getting almost like a muscle memory, but it's more like a brain memory. That was not the wrong. That was not the right one. That was actually the wrong one. That one. I just realized that. That was not the right one. Pierre, come on. Yeah. Just when I did it, I was like, that was not that one. Of course, that was not that one. So I think it's kind of I love reading books like that too. As much as I love reading crime novels and erotic novels and all sorts of books, I love reading those books too because they, and I think it's something to do with the fact I don't have anyone like old people like grandparents or my own parents are not living anymore. So I don't have anyone to tell me how to, you know. So I really love listening to people telling about their lives and what they have learned, and then listening to them, I'm thinking maybe I can learn something too of their life experience. It's so strange sometimes to be the oldest one in the family. I'm not because I do have a big brother who's older than me, but we don't talk. So in that sense, I'm the oldest one in the family. Oh yeah. Oh, oh. Sorry, I got caught up in my diamond painting. I need a piece of chocolate. Okay. And I need to stand up, I think. It's so mellow here. I was falling asleep. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just got so caught up in my diamond painting, I kind of forgot that I was actually live. says she had a really bad morning. She didn't go through city, and the school was moved to new locations, so her brain was all caught up in thoughts about whether it would go good. It's not. It's okay. Not complaining. Okay. It's like, oh, it's so boring here. I'm falling asleep. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Don't worry. um, but it all went well, right, Ula? I know what you mean in a way. I don't know. Don't know how bad it is for you, but I can get really almost to a crying state if I need to go somewhere I'm not used to. In the way that thinking of what if I can't find it. My worst panic is not so much if I can't find it because I have GPS, but more in the sense of what if I can't find a place to park the car. And in that sense, if what if I'm going to go really far and you know, so I kind of did I miss saying goodnight to Mr. No, you didn't. He hasn't been here yet, so you're all good. You're all good. No worries. But he is close. I think he will be here in a couple of minutes or so because he's getting up 5 a.m. So, and that means he will be out of the door around 6:30 a.m. And that means that I will be up around that time too. This morning I was so tired after the day yesterday when I was at the office. Yes, it went well. We were in a big classroom, uh, but across there was a smaller classroom. So I was asked if we couldn't go and take that instead of, because we're not that many persons in the class. Because the big room felt like we were in a corner, so it's not as cozy. So we get the small room for next week. Oh, that's good. Good, you said something, Ula. Good, good on you. So this morning I was like, oh, I want to sleep. I want to sleep a bit more, just a bit more, and then I would get up and feed the dog. But he was like, no, homie, Dad left us. You need to get out of bed. I was like, okay. I think I was about 10 minutes before I gave in. Okay, I'm getting out. That was what the angel card said Sunday. That my idea weren't that bad. Right. Yeah, and give yourself some credit on that you actually executed on it and did something about it. Because one thing is knowing, another thing is doing. Celebrate whenever you succeed, even if it is small victories. They are as important as the big ones. So we will see tomorrow if I am too tired, because to get to do all the things tomorrow, I need to get out of the door a bit early. Um, and if I'm too tired, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna get out of bed, get day, my skincare routine done, and then I'm going into my couch and take a couple of hours more. That's the kind of funny thing about it, because he won't let me sleep in the bed, but if I get out and do all the things and then I just go and eat breakfast and fall asleep in the couch, he won't bother. He will just curl up on my foot and will sleep right along me. So then he will wake me around 10 o'clock. Like, I need to go out. My dog is a big creature of habits. So it was a big thing that when suddenly my husband was home every day, the whole week, it was like the dog was so confused. Why is he home? Why hasn't he left? Like, no. I was enjoying it a lot because then I could sleep in a bit more that those weeks. I think was he, oh, it was 4 weeks or so. I think he was going home, and then he went got a job. So okay, Tessa. Hello.
Hello. Hello, good morning. Hi.
Well, good nighting. So
And,
what's that? No, she did, Mister. Mm, oops. I will tell him you said that. Hola. I will tell him you said that. Tomorrow. Mm. So here there's a lot of color change. And you can always hear it by all the click sound my containers make every time I open and close them or close them all. It's like my husband always says when he will be asking, do you change colors a lot? Because you have a lot of click. Yep. Una says she can't get how fast the time is going. It's a year since she started. Is it really a year? Because I remember you were telling me you were going to a job interview about it. Is it really a year? Oh wow. Time is traveling fast. But yeah, yesterday the new that was starting yesterday asked me and one of the others when we started, and I was like, I said to the other woman, my colleague, I said, well, didn't you start before me? That was what I had up in my head, but I actually think we kind of started at the same time. Like I think I started before her, and um, and then I think I got my contract a month later than her, but the same year. Just before Easter, you started as an internship. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Really, a year. But it was like, is it 3 years ago? And we was like, yeah, it was three. Yeah, 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 3 years ago. We've been here for 4 years now. Yeah, yeah. Like, but. So yeah, it's the fourth year we're working at the same place. So I'm just gonna take this one. Welcome back. And yeah, you missed him. Just when you went on the phone with your mom, he came in and said goodnight. I don't know, he was standing outside the door listening. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I think I need to take a break, and I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna place this color here, and then I'm gonna take a break. And guess I need to get some water and get rid of some water. Good night. I will tell him tomorrow that you said goodnight to him. After the fact. So let's see. Do like this and come on. Do like this. And I'm just gonna be right back. 5 minutes or so. Hang in there. So, I'm back. Okay. No, no, it does not say that. Let's put another picture on. There you go. So where were we? We were there. I'm so amazed by how fast my husband he falls asleep. He was always already almost snoring. I mean, he has. I mean, I think the head is barely hitting the pillow, and then he's sleeping. That's not like me. I need at least a couple of minutes or more. I will usually be listening to an audiobook that has a sleep timer, so I will fall asleep to that because my husband is snoring so bad sometimes that I can't fall asleep, and I sleep so light, so I will be waked. He will wake me. I will fall asleep eventually, but then he will wake me when he snores in a different t- pace. Yeah, now you need both your eyes checked and your your tooth fixed. Yeah, it sounds expensive. Just saying, it sounds expensive. That's been me lately. I get comfy and I'm out. Oh, Ulla. Ulla has a husband and a dog snoring, both of them. Then you can't fall asleep. Yeah, and they're probably snoring in a non-synchronic way, so it will be like when one is taking a deep breath, the other one is, letting it go. So, oh yeah, thank goodness the insurance will cover my eye exam. Yeah. I mean, an ordinary eye exam is something you pay for unless it's combined with a prescription and subscription, or if it is a eye specialist, you're not paying for that either. But then you're more than often referred to from a from your GP. What the hell am I nose? Okay. I'm getting tired here, I can see, but I'm starting making mistakes. My God. There you go. The only thing I had to cover was frames that aren't cheaper plastic and to condense my lenses. Oh, it actually didn't matter that much. I can see the shades are very similar, so that's okay. That's a good thing about this. If I had it on a picture I did before, but it was kind of two different shades of grey, that I got mixed up. So I just left them as I was because I couldn't I was not able to distinguish one from the other. So I was like, I'm just gonna leave them. So, and no one has ever said anything about it. So it's not showing that much. Yeah, I talked to her Sunday, I think it was, or Monday. She's working, and that's why she's not on today. Unfortunately, unfortunately, she's working Thursday and Friday. So, so sometimes she get off early and she will come in here and say hi. But for the most, she is working the time I'm streaming. So usually I will see her somewhat Sundays, except if she has some family things. So it's a bit unfortunate, but I'm seeing her in different other streams, so it's okay for my. I just miss her in here. But that's it. She is she's getting she's her mom and her have made an agreement about her taking over. I've seen her around the Twitch tours, yeah. So she's not working every day, but the day she are working is unfortunately Thursday and Friday so far. So, but she is kind of hoping that she can change that around in someday. So, so I'm seeing her whenever she has the option of leaving early, or she has half days she has been working on another day or have days off or so. She will be stopping by. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, she is. She is. It's been a bit stressful, I think, starting that because he has a really steep learning curve. But she's a. I think for the most part, she's okay. It's almost like this last part is taking as long as the two-third of the first part. So see what's it's 11 p.m. That means I have an hour. So that means that I'm not gonna finish this section today, unfortunately. I know I'm getting tired when I feel like that. I usually know that it's like this is more, also due to the fact that I'm streaming and all that. But when I do make mistakes, I also make mistakes when I'm not streaming. But and then I'm tired. But I know when it's really now I need to let it go. That's when I start. Um, my coordination starts to kind of glitch a lot. Then I know the next thing is gonna happen. I'm gonna throw something on the floor. So like when that's kind of, I had it yesterday. I don't know what I did, but things just slide between my fingers or my hands. So I didn't drop it on the floor, but I lost a lot of drills all over the table in my living room where I was standing with it. So it's like, okay, I need to go to bed now because the next thing gonna happen is I'm gonna drop it on the floor and then I'm gonna get really mad. So yeah. with these or the ones that are bigger than this, I usually put in the tray almost no matter how small the amount I'm gonna use this, because it is easier to catch the drills on the tray than it is in the container. But if it's from these, I can actually, for the small ones, I usually will do it like as I please, so it can be almost to up to 10 or 20 drills I'm placing just by opening the container. Um, it depends a bit on what I'm in the mood for. If they are like scattered like these are, because then I'm gonna single place anyway. If there's a lot more like going on with the multiplacer, I will be pouring them in a tray, of course. I eventually start dropping things. I call it butterfingers. Yeah, it's just like there's no coordination, or they can't hold whatever I'm asking them to. It's like the signal from my brain to my hand is like tired and slow. What the actual, no, I'm gonna do this like this. Did I pour it in the wrong one there? I actually might did do that. See, the shades are so similar here, so I kind of think I did, or I didn't. You know what? I think I did, but I can't actually see the difference. So I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm just gonna fill it out. I can see the difference in a way when I put them on, but then again no, so it's like, and the thing is, it's so few, so right now I'm not gonna bother and start sorting them. Yeah, there's a difference. I did actually pour them in the wrong one. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, we're just gonna pour them back. Yeah, it has, because I know you told me at one point that this kind of thing that just happens randomly. I would say it's more for me. It's more when I'm tired. It's more like I do it there, but also something that has like just no, like sneaking up on me, because it's not something I've had all the time. It's just something that has like been worse and worse over the years, and I would say as my hands are getting worse and worse. So, and my fingers, um, it's like, yeah. Oh, I actually only have. So I only have one left. have two, don't I? Yeah, I have two. I have two. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my husband's mom had Parkinson's too. It's a rare disease, to be honest. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with, yeah. We're gonna call it a day. I will have two left for tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna do them off stream. So when I start tomorrow with the stream, it's gonna be on the other half. And it's okay. I think it may be slight cause of that, but I'm not a doctor. I don't know. No, no. But you can get you checked if you want to. Because it has something to do with your genetics, whether you're predisposed to it. Excuse me. If it's something that worries you. If it's not, then I do get it. I mean, I could get my DNA because I got my DNA checked some couple of years ago, and I could get more pinned out. But I was like, I actually didn't felt the need for it because I was like, I could get the whether I had any disease that I was predisposed for, and I was like, I don't actually need to know because I'm happy without. So if you, as you can see here, this is actually what we did today. But so if you compare this to this, we should actually be able to finish this tomorrow on stream. I'm gonna finish these two lines here tomorrow. That is my intention anyway. It depends on my body, and if not, I'm gonna do it on stream, and we're gonna continue over here and do as much as we can here. Um, but it would be really nice if I could do the rest of this row. Then I would have like this row, one, three rows left, and it would be finished the picture. So it'd be something like next week. I could finish the picture, and that would be really nice, and then I could move on. Um, so my choice is what to do when I'm done with this one is more in a debate situation. As I said earlier, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I have moved siblings from this room to my living room, so I might be starting on that Saturday if, or I might just try and finish this one or work this far as far as I can. Saturday, so it would be closer to a finish when I reach Monday, because Monday is actually my day off too. I have now 2 days a week where I'm not working, and that is Monday and Friday, and that is so I'm just working more hours the days I am working. And that was my own choice. So, but the other one I was thinking of doing instead of the cross-stitch conversion was Spring Showers by Randall Spangler, which is a smaller one. And I should be able to finish that one before month of May. But the thing that why I'm keeping debating is because maybe I should just, give more love to the siblings. Okay, friend, glad I could catch you while you're on. I just deal with it and have plastic dishes. Hopefully I can catch you some tomorrow. Catch you tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. You're more than welcome to stop by again anyway. I'm gonna show the dragon, but first of all I want to show you, let's see, I have it here. So this is the one I was thinking of doing after this one from Oraloa. It's not a super small snack size kit, so it's not like a weekend snack size. But it is one of the smaller ones I have, and it's really super cute. It's called Spring Showers by Randall Spangler, and I think it's really, really cute. So I was kind of thinking of doing that. And it is with round drills. So just, also because it's not a big picture. There's not that many colors. It's 44 colors. So yeah. Hey, welcome back, Benj. Yeah, I am kind of closing up, finishing up now, but I'm gonna show you the snow dragon, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I maybe want to kit up and start up when I'm finished with the Oraloa, which I should be Monday, Tuesday next week, depending on how far I get these next couple of days. I have the siblings, which I kitted up last week. But I was thinking of kitting this up and start that. You did that, Ula, and it's on your bathroom too. Yeah, and I actually was thinking of putting this on my bathroom door too, just because it is really cute. So I don't know. Maybe I should. Yeah. Because I'm still having like 14 days. If I start next week, I still have like 14 days before it's end of the month. Because when I reach May, I'm gonna start the other one here. And that one I'm probably gonna work on in the beginning anyway. I'm gonna start out as only that month because May is my birthday month, so I want to do it a bit of a special month. When it's not, I'm not getting very old, like a something number ending on 0. That is, like when you turn 30 or 40. So I'm not, it's not like that. So it's not a big birthday. by binge. Oh. It's really beautiful when it's done, and it was the first you did of them. Okay, Ola. So this is the one I'm gonna do for the month of May. And this one has that special meaning for me that it is by Chris Ortega, and Chris Ortega is one of my favorite artists. And it was one I was eyeing out and putting on wish list on Heaven and Earth Design to do as a cross stitch. So when it came out as a diamond painting, I will admit that I was kind of okay. I'm not gonna do it as cross stitch. I'm gonna do this as a diamond paint. So this is one of the pictures I bought uh, on a payment plan at a company called Klarna. So it's where you buy and they pay for you immediately, and then you can pay them later on. So I usually don't do that, but sometimes you have to. So this is what I'm gonna do for the month of May. And depending on how long it's gonna take me, I might be starting another one too, another picture too that is Asian related. But we will see how long, because I'm gonna take all the time I need, so to speak, for this picture. And whether I'm gonna take it with me on the stream, I haven't completely decided, because it's not like it's a huge one, but it's still bigger than my light cap. So that's what it's in store for the next couple of months. And of course I have my siblings I'm going to start on. And probably, depending on how far we get here Thursday, you know how far we got today, but how far I get tomorrow, I'm gonna probably gonna start siblings Saturday, and then work on the Oraloa in here on Sunday too. So we will see. I'm gonna get my snow dragon. Just gonna clear out the table a bit so you can see. Unfortunately, I can't show the whole picture at one time, so to speak. So, but like turning the right way. But I can show you, you know, a little bit more like section wise. So this is the snow dragon, and I did do a bit of gallery. I did present it I think last week too, but it was just if anyone didn't see it or didn't see the replay or the VOD on it, so I thought it was a really nice thing to do here at the end. It is by Anne Stokes. It has square drills. I have put a couple of crystals in here and a bit of an extra AB drills here. I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's just giving it a nice addition to it. And then there's this is the rest of it. So I really like the way she brought like the end of the tail here. It's like curled around a branch and keeping secure the dragon. I decided this dragon is a female dragon. It has female vibes. I really like the way DAC rendered it and put the AB drills in it. I know in some lighting this will seem more blue, and it is because it is more a mixture of blue and light purple colors. So when I look at it, it's more purplish, and in some other lightings, in some of the pictures I've taken, it looks more bluish. So but it's pretty, and the camera will never be able to replicate how the reality is when it comes to these pictures. love this. Yeah. So it was nice working on it. It is in one of these canvases where the drills are placed very very close to each other. So on the good side, on the upside is that they do like um, line up. On the downside is that you don't have much room to correct if you get like a crooked line or crooked row or something, but it's still doable. You can still do it, and I have done it a couple of times. And then I would say, then with this picture, I have absolutely an expectation about that when a couple of days more, a lot of these small teeny tiny gaps, they will close or be very even smaller. So and because the glue will be like even more dragging it even more together. I would say it is one where the gaps between the rows or the drills are almost non-existing, and the one and the small spacing there are is almost a must for because otherwise I can't do like this. If I do like this and there's no gapping in between the drills, they will fall off. But because there are still not a lot, it's still really really small, but there are still small spacing in between. I can still treat this canvas with the drills on almost as I want. And it's something I feel like is kind of unique for DAC, that their canvas and the drills and the glue, I have never had an issue with them. With not, and I'm not careful or soft with my canvases. I will treat them as I please, so to speak. I have tried with other canvases that whenever I even touch them a tiny bit or move them around, the drawers will pop left and right. I have never had an issue with DAC about this. It might happen, but I would say it would be a mistake in the production because I've never seen it myself, and I think for the quality their reputation is lying on, I don't think it's gonna be something you will see from them. I think they have too much pride in their work, what they do, and this picture here to me is a proof that when you have people rendering the pictures, you will get a different outcome than if you let a computer do the whole thing. Because there are things that the human eyes will like that the computer will be don't care about. So, so yeah, that was my snow dragon. So we can do a round. Whoops. We can do some cards if you want to do some angel cards. I know Ulla would love to. Then let's do it. Let's do it, and let that be the last thing we do today. And then we will see each other tomorrow. Let's see here. Oops. Don't mind me. Ulla, is it okay? It is these cards. It's gonna be these cards today. Just saying. So you came actually on the right time, bitch. Okay, cool. I'm gonna shuffle these. Come on. There you go. And bench says 12. Well, let's count 12 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, differences. That's a beautiful card, that one. You may have been raised to accept society's values over your own. Your sense of worth may be based on how you measure up against what others expect of you. Not meeting expectations or having different ideas may be viewed as wrong or abnormal. Yet it is our contrasts that help society evolve. You may be actually aware of your differences, but not understand the role those distinctions are meant to play in your life. Acutely, that's what it says. Your uniqueness can lead you towards your purpose. Following your path may not be easy. It will require devotion and courage. If you want to devote yourself to your truth, accept that your differences play an integral part in getting to your goals. It is when you stop trying to fit in or alter who you are that you are empowered. Accept your path indifferent. Others may have labeled or judged you, and now you are judging yourself according to irrelevant standards. The world has evolved, yet old paradigms are still in place. You can attain happiness once you let go of the perception that your differences are flaws. Release the labels and expectations of who you should be and accept who you are completely, lovingly, and joyously. You have unique beliefs, desires, and goals. Your experience and perception of the world create your views. No two people will have the same understanding of a situation. Utilize your differences to create your distinct path. Do not rely on the approval of others. Be willing to set yourself apart and carve out your niche in the world. Two very different women are pictured next to each other. One is blue and has her eye closed. Blue is associated with the third eye chakra and inner knowing. Her closed eyes may mean something is going on that you don't want to see. The moths covering the front of the woman may be out the pursuit of your spiritual path. The light maiden wears angel trumpet flowers for earrings. Angel trumpets are thought to bring messages from departed loved ones or to herald a new announcement. Her crown is a symbol of success. Deer are seen as the base of her neck and may symbolize awakening. Perhaps As you embrace your differences, you will experience a personal awakening. Affirmation: I celebrate my differences and am grateful for my uniqueness. That was a powerful one, Bench. That was a really, really powerful one. And without knowing you, I think actually it's quite accurate for you, or it's something you can use in a lot of situations in your life. And I think it's there's a big truth to the thought of that unique being unique is not a bad thing. It's a very powerful and good thing. It's a thing that today, to be able to see world differently than the masses is a thing that will give you success. I felt that, yeah. I think you did. But I also think, I think with my generation, uniqueness was not always good. It was not something that was seen as something. Um, Uniqueness was more like awkward and nerd, and if you were by yourself and being doing things differently, people would look sideways at you. Where today, I think that's given just in general, you give more room to people being unique. Yeah, you thought the same thing too. But Ulla, the fact is that even though you decide what the card number your card you want, and the card is for you, but it's also for everyone else who can use it. It's both a knowledge for you, but it's also for everyone else who's listening in or lurking around or what seeing this later on. Everyone, this is not a restricted knowledge or you know enlightenment or whatever. Okay, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Timing. Oh, I think it says timing, yeah. It's like a day and night card. Timing. Waiting on something to come to fruition is not easy. You may feel you would be happier if you could control the timing of events in your life. However, that would limit your experiences and your life might end up being quite chaotic. The universe has a knack for orchestrating the outcomes you desire. Trust that your desires will manifest at the perfect moment. When you try to force your ideal or to manage what you want on your own, you might end up in a mess. Your urgency can be counterproductive to the very thing you're trying to create. Being patient and allowing something to happen at the divine time can be difficult. However, everything happens when it's supposed to and not 1 minute before. Unfortunately, we don't know when that exact time will be or precisely how things will work out. Believing that your desires will manifest is an essential aspect of trust. Your role for now is to wait, trusting that the outcome you seek will happen. Likewise, the process of inner change occurs in perfect timing. The best thing you can do is to surrender. Recognize the timeline is out of your hands. Let go of any effort to control or plan this process. Let things unfold as they will and trust that your heart is learning and growing through the gift of timing. A goddess of the four elements stands between the axis of day and night, surrounded by air, fire, water, and earth. The four elements are a core component of your physical experience. Fire is thought to be the first element that came into existence. In this manner, it represents life, transformation, and purification. The lion is the symbol of fire and reminds you to remain strong and courageous. Water symbolizes life, health, and emotions. The dolphin reminds you to allow for change while navigating emotional waters. Air is concerned with communication, travel, and perception. The bird and the moon signify the importance of breath and the ability to think and imagine. Earth represents fertility, the act of remaining grounded and the creative process. The multitude of flowers shows both security and endless possibilities. Trust in divine timing and know there are numerous solutions and outcomes available to you. Affirmation: perfect timing is always at work, and for this I am grateful. Hmm. What are we waiting for, Ulla? What are we waiting for? I know I need some patience about what's going on in my life. I can tell you that. So just in general, I really and maybe a lot human to think of it. I just want things to be all and done and get it wrapped up and move on, so we can put that behind us. But there's a lot of things going on that I have absolutely no control of, and I just have to sit down and wait for the universe to let things fall into place, and the right timing will be there. And then someday, suddenly, I will send a message to Bench. Now I have acquired a new computer. What to do? Oh, yeah. So that was the words for today. Anyone have any last questions for me? I have. Um, we can take them now, because maybe Bench has a question. Bench usually have like a last minute question. Jeg skal være for slappe af på arbejde. Det hele ikke går helt perfekt, når jeg kan rent skal acceptere det. Oh, yeah. Ulla says that she needs to learn how to let go when she works, that it does not always have to be perfect, and when she is done cleaning, she needs to accept that it will get dirty again quite quickly, because that's how it is with animals. Okay. It seems like this will be the words for today. And if anyone should watch this on a replay and or VOD and know they will be stopping by tomorrow. I will be doing angel cards again tomorrow. It's just gonna be the small ones. Um, let's see. Is there anything else I need to remember to say? Oh, don't think so. Let's see. Okay, let's do a recap. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock p.m. In here. I'm gonna continue work on this one, of course. And I'm gonna do it right from the get go. I only put it away now so we could do the cards and I could show you the snow dragon. I think tomorrow, unless I'm gonna run out of energy and start mixing colors like I did today, I'm gonna keep working. I'm probably gonna see if I can sort them out tomorrow, the two colors. But they're so alike, so it's like it's almost non-existing. But I will probably be able to see the difference on them if I put them on a white surface. That's what I usually do when I have shades that are so close. Or I might just, let them be. Um, and I think tomorrow, if I'm gonna run out of energy or don't want to work on this damping for the entire stream, I might be doing some cross stitch. I'm still working on this one. I have changed my the frame I'm working with. I've changed to this one just because the round one in the stand was getting a bit heavy. So I'm gonna work with this one for a while just to see if I can. I have been working with it in hand before, just holding it. But what worries me is whether it's gonna be too heavy for me to hold. But I think when I'm sitting in the couch, it's probably not gonna be a problem. It's more like when I'm so used to work with the other one, so I have tried without my stand before, and it's just the holding and like doing stitches at the same time. It's a little bit more challenging, but not too bad. I really like this one because it gives me a bit more. I can do now. I can finish this up here, which is my intention. I do miss it. I'm gonna do here. I like a bit here, and then I'm gonna do this up here. So this whole area, I'm gonna finish, and then I want to move on. So that means that I have like done the top of the whole thing over here. So it's like I've only then I can go out, because out here I'm a bit of short here. I need to move it a tiny bit, because I want to take it from the bottom here and do it from here and up till to the top here with the hair. So I'm gonna go up, down here and up. So I'm trying to pick up on things I've kind of small areas I left behind. So, and then do the cross stitch over, so I do that way and start working on the bird there. I have a quite big area here with one color. So but this one in here is color confetti, and it does take a bit more time to do that. It almost taken me the same amount of time doing this as doing almost the rest of it, I would say. So, but we're getting there. Oh, it's okay. Bench, we will talk to each other tomorrow. Cause I'm out. I'm about to close down. And getting off the stream. So yeah. So that is the plan of this one. So I might be try to work a little bit with it off stream to see if I can work with the frame, and but yeah, we will see. I like working with the cross stitch anyway. So that is that. So I will say thank you for stopping by, all of you that has done so, and for the support you give me by watching my stream, being part of it. Thank you for chatting in my chat and lurking in the corners. That is also keeping me company when you do that. I'm sorry if I do seem a bit tired here on the Thursdays, but I'm working on it is my working day, so um, even though I only work 3 hours, but for me and my body, it's the same as a 7 to 8 hours working day. So just know that that might be why I'm a bit of off the game. Um, I hope that the way that I structure my work now means that because I have an extra more day of work means that I will get to not be that tired when I reach the end of the week. But we will see. No matter what, I hope to be back tomorrow. And as usual, I've said almost the last month, um, do take a look on either the stream update or the my Instagram. Keep an eye out there because there's always a chance that I might have to cancel my Friday stream, and I hope it's not going to be a habit. But with all the things going on, I sometimes run out of energy on Fridays. Um, yeah, so that's that. But hopefully we see each other tomorrow. Um, Take care of that. Stay safe. Be nice to each other. And we will see each other around in Twitchland sometime somewhere. See you. Bye.